You guys just did the first in-person meeting, and so we wanted some feedback on those if you guys thought it was helpful. If there's anybody on the call that did not get a copy to the link or didn't receive the email, please email me today so I can get that link out to you. For the three agencies on the phone, did you guys already complete the survey? If you could just write in the chat really quickly.
Yes, I did.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank
yes,
you.
I did from AHS.
Asian Human. Perfect.
Yes.
Erie
Okay,
did it. Yeah, I did it already.
Erie, Asian, and Sue, did you Sue and Don? I'll wait for you guys to type it in the chat, or you guys can just yell it out at any time. It's fine. So, what was your thoughts about that? Was it, is there anything like immediately that we needed to change, or did that meeting spark something in you guys where you said, "Hey, we actually need a webinar on this particular topic"?
It was helpful. I liked it.
Yeah, from us also it was helpful, and I think that we have to keep this quarterly those type stuff.
Okay, that's what we were looking at, doing them like every quarter, just because it's a lot of coming in person takes a little bit more time out of your day. So we were thinking if we had them quarterly, that would be at least helpful. And then for you guys to see each other and share stories or what's going on with your agencies during that time.
Yeah, definitely from our side.
Okay, perfect. I'll get with the other four. And then the other thing, how are your grants going? So from my understanding, it looks like Asian Human Services, you had, I just looked at it yesterday. You had about 5 people that completed intake forms?
Yes, 5 people completed the intake form. We have already 2 clients. They are on the 3rd week on the training. We have 2 pending to start training on the 29th this month.
Okay, so you said you had 2 that are in training?
And 2, they will start on the 29th this month.
Okay.
And definitely we are pre-screening the new clients.
Okay, perfect. And then I want to make sure that we have all your paperwork. So can you reach out to Jennifer Jinks and tell her to let us know if you guys have all your, just, ask her about all the grant paperwork. We just want to make sure we have everything ready for you guys and signed.
Jennifer Jenkins, I don't know who is that.
Sorry, no, Rachel Wright for you guys.
Rachel Wright, okay, I will.
Yeah, just tell her, did she get all the paperwork for the new grant?
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that
I will do today.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Is there anything else, any other updates, or is there anything that you're finding in recruitment or putting people in programs?
So far, we are doing good. I have a few questions because you are on the line, everybody, and I want to say to everybody, Happy New Year.
Yeah.
A little bit late, but my first question, it will be about the tape test. On the last meeting that we had the whole agency, we spent some quite time to discuss about the tape test and how it's difficult, that test. I know the partnership and LVA 7 postponed using 11 and 12 until July 1st.
Right.
My question is, are we also postpone using the tape test, or we have to use from January 1st?
So the good thing about being in Cook County right now is that you guys have the choice. I would say if you're already putting people in the program and everything, whatever tape test you use to start them with, so if you use 9 and 10 to start, anything that you do with that client has to be the same tape test. So you can't start them on 9 and 10 and then jump to 11 and 12. So if you have any clients that you feel like are going to, if you feel like you get all your clients in by July, then I would try to do that, honestly, just so you can.
Sorry, somebody, the jump, I didn't clear you, heard you. For the new clients, I can still use 9 and 10.
Up until July 1st. So if you believe that your organization honestly can get all 30 of your clients into the program by July 1st, then you can use the old tape.
Okay.
But the thing is, you can't test them. So say you wanted to do a measurable skill gain, and say, hey, they, increased or in whatever portion of the test, you can't use a different test. You know what I mean? So if you are thinking about doing that, then you would have to make sure all the testing and the measurable skill gain and everything is done prior to July 1.
Okay.
So that's something to think about, for your client.
Also, my second question is, I have clients, maybe this is for the Temi. I had clients in the Community Youth Employment Program founded by the IDHS. Clients, it's still in the program, but we didn't have some success with her, but she's very cooperative clients. And she wants to explore the new program, Youth Career Pathway. Is it possible to have her enroll in the both programs because of about the funding of the both grants?
You could co-enroll her, yes.
Because the first one is the IDHS, and this one is by you guys.
Right, and IDHS, I know that's state funding. It's, once again, it has to be unique services that are being offered, but you can, co-enroll in other programs.
The Community Youth Employment Program, if it's the same one that's being offered through Illinois WorkNet, they're just doing employment. So she has to be, they work from, she would start out in subsidized employment and then transition into unsubsidized employment. That's the type of services that they're providing, either that, maybe some support services for going to work and that type of thing, but it's not training.
Right. So in this particular case, you could use this funding source for training and paid work experience, and then use the community youth for placement.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any issues with mingling or co-managing funds with our program. Now, the CYEP, you may want to check with them and make sure that they're okay. I would anticipate that they would be. I don't think, if you can offer more services through training for this youth, I don't think there'd be an issue with that. Or it sounds like you've been working with her in that program and it hasn't been successful, but now she's more interested potentially in training.
Yes.
So yeah, that there should not be an issue with serving an individual that has been served in that program.
Okay, would you like you to send me the email that you have still confirmation if you want to clear up, or just to go ahead and enroll here in the program?
I mean, you can go ahead and enroll them. That's not an issue. If you want information or confirmation, if you just want to send me an email with the request, I can always respond to it. But, there shouldn't be, because of this, we encourage, especially for sustainability, the opportunity to, utilize other funding sources also. Okay.
And I have one more question. It came across through my case managers that eligibility through the high poverty area, and in 1 decimal doesn't match. Like we have 172.2, but on the finder it's 172.02. What do you think about that? Even the community area is the same.
And I'm not 100% sure I follow what you're requesting.
Okay, during the eligibility according the high poverty area, we go to the and search high poverty area, we get the numbers for the area. It was 172.2, Roger. When we go to search for the on the census tract, it was 172.02 in 1 decimal.
So it's lower.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
Lower.
Well, eligibility has to be based upon WIOA rules. So, I mean, I'm not an expert in that.
And doesn't match on those 0-1 decimals.
Right.
But they will go under high poverty area. But even the community area is the same.
Is there another, just because it's under, by the number, even though it's under by a little bit. Is there something else that you can do to have them eligible?
No.
Nothing else besides the high poverty. Okay, send us an email and take a screenshot of it, and then we can see what we can do on our end for that.
I will send you right now. Yeah, I will send you.
And then, I mean, I'm trying to think what, they're not basic skills deficient or anything?
Oh, we don't.
So I would tell her, first thing I would do is see if she can fall under something else.
Yeah, I know, but it comes up to me just to ask you, but I can send you the email and you will see.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is first I would double check and see if there's anything else that we can use to make this person eligible.
Yeah.
In the event that you've looked at everything and there's nothing else, then send us the email and say, we've looked at other ways to make this person eligible and we can't. The only thing that she falls under is, X, Y, and Z,
Yes.
and we're having this issue. But
No.
look and see, yeah, but look first and see if she's eligible for something else.
Yeah.
Or eligible due to something else, sorry.
Yeah. That will be all from my side if you have any question for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Erie, go ahead.
I went ahead and there's one person, I believe I muted. I just want to give everybody a heads up that I'm unmuting the microphone. So just want to make sure everybody knew that before I did it.
Okay.
I did it before just to eliminate some background noise, but okay, everybody's unmuted.
And then Erie,
Yes.
how's it going for you guys?
So far so good. We're still doing more recruiting. Our director left, right?
Yes, that's what, yeah.
So I am looking for adoption or foster home. If anybody wants to, adopt me or something. But we're still recruiting. They are going to try and work with the ones that we have. We had some that were interested. We had like 8 participants that had expressed interest. So we're going to try and see what we can do with them. But my colleague and I are still, trying to get more people and, trying to do a little bit more on the recruiting front. So we're getting there.
Okay. And then, can you remind Kristen to send us an update just of who's taking over since Judy's gone?
Yeah, they haven't, they're still, I guess, interviewing or trying to find someone. But yeah, as soon as I hear something, I'll let you know.
Okay. Or just ask her, like, in the meantime, like, if we needed information, like, tomorrow, who should we go to for that?
Oh, to Melissa
Okay.
Flores.
Okay. Okay.
You've always included her on your emails?
Yeah. Okay. So we'll go back to her. Okay.
Yeah, back to Melissa. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else?
No.
This is Sarah I'm sorry. This is Sarah Chapman from Peoria Public Schools. I'm sorry, I just called in about 10 after 10.
Okay, I got you.
This is my first call. I'm on day 8 of the job, so I'm still learning what all of the measurables are and what I need to be working on. We're working with 17 construction students right now and looking to recruit another 30 for the next school year. But yeah, as far as what you were speaking about eligibility and data that I need to be putting into the system, it's kind of all Greek to me right now. I'm just still learning the ropes. Ms. Carter's showing me what I need to be working on. So I don't really have any questions at this time unless there's anything specific that you need from me or that I could be working on, just let me know.
And then when did the students start in your program, the 17?
I guess you would say last fall, like when they enrolled for the school year in August. And then they're all seniors, so they're gonna be graduating in May.
Okay. Can you have Tanisha check on that? Because these grants started in October, so we just want to make sure that all the paperwork has the October 1 or after date.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's correct. I apologize. She couldn't
fine.
be on the call with me today, so I hope I'm not misspeaking.
No, it's fine. Just double check for us. And if you could send me, my name is Tara. I think I've added you on, or we've been corresponding through emails. And just send us, something short and sweet that says, hey, actually they started, 10-1 or whatever the case may be. Just let us know so that we can make sure all the paperwork and everything is in line.
Sure. So the construction student start date should be 10-1.
Well, just let us know what date you guys have in the system and when you guys made them eligible.
Okay.
Or when you certified their documents. Just tell her that. When did we certify these students in the program?
When did we certify? I will ask, and I will definitely send you an email.
Awesome. Okay. Anybody else joined? Okay. All right.
This is OAI.
Hey, sorry, Don. Totally forgot about you guys. Okay.
That's okay. I didn't know if it was our turn or not. But we have our in-school cohort identified and the documents gathered a month quicker than time. So we're happy about that. And we're setting up a meeting with our LWIA to do the certification as soon as possible. The out-of-school
how many do you have in school?
We have 16. Unfortunately, one dropped out yesterday, which would have made our 17. So we're scrambling to find one more in the manufacturing program at the high school, but we do have 16 at this point. The out-of-school youth, we're beginning to recruit for a mid-March start. And it all culminates in internships in mid-June.
Okay. So 16 in school and 0 for out of school right now, correct?
Correct. The target is 15.
Got it. Okay. And I was going to say you have access to the system. So we gave you, especially for this round of grants, it's going to be a lot more working in the IWDS system. So I just want to make sure you guys are comfortable with that, or if you needed more, like another training or something.
Well,
what do you think?
We have a contract with BCS for Eddie to guide us through that, give us a tutorial and have several meetings to help us with that. But we would certainly appreciate any supplemental help beyond that. But so far, the working with BCS has been sufficient.
Awesome. Okay.
Tara, Tara, this is Sarah Chapman with Peoria Public Schools again. If there is a IWDS training that I could go through, that would be great.
Okay.
Sorry to jump in, but
you're fine, Sarah.
I just want to make sure that I'm up and running with the systems.
I will send an email right now to get that scheduled for you.
Great, thank you.
Well, Don, were you saying something?
Oh, I was going to say, yeah, if there is some formal training available, we would certainly want to participate in that.
Okay.
If you're going to set something up for Peoria that we could also participate in, that would be fantastic.
Perfect. I will add you to the email as well.
And the only other thing I was going to say is that on last year's grant, the information that you and Jim Potts provided for changing that pre-apprenticeship
service.
Oh, I can't think of the word. Service. Yeah, thank you. It worked, so I'm working now.
Oh, perfect. Whenever you finish, just send us an email and say, hey, I've deleted this, added this to it, and then we'll go in the system to make sure we're seeing it on our side too, and then that's it. You're good to go.
Okay, I'm halfway through, so.
Awesome. And so just so everyone knows what Don is talking about, when you're entering services in for your clients, only use the pre-apprenticeship training if your students actually go into a registered apprenticeship after. If they do not, then you may be checking something that's called occupational classroom training or another service, but only use that pre-apprenticeship training, like I said, if it goes directly into a registered apprenticeship afterwards. Hey, did anybody else join while we were going around?
I did. This is Jennifer Jenks with Metropolitan. I do apologize that I'm a little bit late.
Let me take you guys off the list. Metro's here. So, Jennifer, can you give us an update on how everything's going with your organization and where you guys are regarding the recruitment phase?
Yes. So things are going well. We just had just yesterday, actually, we had a big fair, and we had a lot of potential clients coming in. We had morning session and afternoon session, and I think we had about 36 people registered for the event, and they showed up. So we are working on follow-up now to figure out in terms of guidelines and looking at eligibility and documents so that we can figure out which program obviously they want to go into, including our construction program. And so we're still obviously continuing our recruitment. And then we do have a couple of clients that are ready for our first cohort, which we are hoping to be able to be starting in March. And those we need to put into the system. So we haven't yet been able to do that.
Okay. March start date. And you have someone on your staff that knows how to put them in the system and everything?
So I think Lupe had reached out about that. So we don't have anybody who is familiar with the IWID system. So I know that we were going to set up a call and try to figure out maybe about getting some assistance specifically. She has been able to, from the guides, she's been able to figure out how to do most of it, but there's a couple of steps that seem to be just causing some trouble. So we can certainly.
And is it and no one in the organization or no one at the location that she's at?
Well, no one at the location, and I don't know that anybody in the organization. Honestly, I don't know the people that we have reached out to. I don't know that anybody has the specific knowledge that we're looking for. But I also am not positive about everybody in the organization.
Okay, because I told her to check because I believe I remembered that Roxanne was saying there was someone that knew how to do IWDS, but they were in another building or location.
In another building or location?
Yeah, but so check in-house first. If not,
okay,
send us an email and say, hey,
okay,
we really need a one-on-one training or something like that because we have to, eligibility honestly just has to be done correctly. And we just.
Oh, yeah. No, we've got, we have eligibility. So eligibility we do have, I know for sure we have staff who have training in eligibility. And then we also have trained in eligibility. But it's the actual implementation into the system. The computer issue.
Are you saying in Illinois WorkNet or in IWDS?
I believe it's IWDS. That's the system where we actually enter them when we're ready to count them as clients, correct?
That's the system that you're going to certify them in. So really you should be starting in Illinois WorkNet and doing your intake application and everything like that.
Okay. I think that piece she's been able to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the transfer from Illinois. I'm pretty sure she said, and they're at another training today, so that's why I apologize. She's not on the call, but I believe that she said IWDS system, so to certify them.
Okay, so you guys don't have anybody on site that knows how to certify, right?
No.
Okay.
Also, I want to interrupt. This is Tanisha Carter here. I came in a little late.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, Jennifer, send us an email that says you need training on certifying clients in the IWDS system.
Okay.
So that way we can go ahead and get that set up, because we got to get that, because that's one of the things you do up front. So we just want to make sure we're getting that training to you as ASAP.
Okay, definitely appreciate it. Also, the training that you had initially that Lupe and I came to, do you do that training on like a quarterly basis if there are new staff, or do you do that training on an annual basis? How does that work?
Are you saying when we were at South Suburban College?
Yes.
So that was a one-time just welcome. But what we can do, if you have new staff, we can try to maybe get everyone together and do another refresher.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that would be wonderful.
That would be great, because we have a couple new hires.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great for me as well.
Okay.
At Peoria Public Schools. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
PHS also, I will have new staff on board for this program.
Okay. Does everybody have the staff in-house right now ready to go, or is this something we're talking about in a month or so?
I'm the only new staff at, we're ready to go at Peoria Public Schools.
Okay. Somebody else was saying
something? We'd be available too.
And MFS is ready too.
Okay. Okay, so we'll do training.
Yeah, so if we can have training as soon as possible, that would be phenomenal.
WDS, Illinois WorkNet, and Grant.
As well as a little bit of Illinois WorkNet for the new hires, because they're not familiarized with the system too.
Yeah, I just put IWDS, Illinois WorkNet, and then overall grant management, just to do it all.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, did anybody else join? Oh, Tanisha, one of the things I talked to Sarah about, we need to know the start date, or the date that the students were certified in the system, because these grants actually started 10/1, so we want to make sure we're not putting them, that they weren't in the program prior to. So if you guys can check the certified date, the date that you certified their applications, and let us know.
And that's the thing, is that CareerLink is doing the certification. And as I explained to CareerLink, what was in there, first of all, we need to have, is Natasha on the call today?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Natasha, we need to have Brianna Higgins from CareerLink, as well as Sarah Chapman, to be added to Illinois WorkNet under our pathway, so that I'm removing myself as primary and putting myself as secondary contact for her construction pathway. And then Brianna just needs access to be able to go through Illinois WorkNet in order to put in the information she needs for the construction pathway.
Okay.
So that's Brianna from CareerLink, and then Sarah Chapman for, since this is her pathway.
Okay.
Great.
Because she doesn't have access right now. And also under Illinois WorkNet, CareerLink doesn't realize that there are extra work steps that they have to do in order before they can even hit the submittal button for eligibility certification. They didn't know that there's extra steps in there. Because like last year, all we did is gave the information to CareerLink, and then they processed everything through Illinois WorkNet, and then we followed up and did the service entering additional service plans, but they did the initial entry. They don't know that they have to do these extra steps in there. So how should I have them become aware? I mean, I've told them, Brianna, she was like, but I wasn't told that yet by my superior. So is that something that I should be talking to Jim about having to do, or Tammy?
But what's the extra steps we're talking about?
Meaning, okay, when you first put the individual in and they do an online app, then there's a series of steps that they have to do that CareerLink does, as far as creating the career plan and things like that. They do all of that there because they're actually doing our eligibility and everything. So they need to do those steps in Illinois WorkNet, creating that career plan and things like that.
Illinois WorkNet it's done by the Grantees, so you're the one that's entering the information, the application, and the developing the plan in WorkNet.
Right.
The CareerLink works with IWDS. So their role is to determine eligibility for you guys and then to put the information in IWDS and then get them to the point where they're registrants. So CareerLink won't be doing anything in WorkNet for this grant.
Okay.
That'll be you guys. So you guys think of it this way: the WorkNet system is basically it's a plan. You're developing. You're doing the application. You're developing a plan, which is called the ISS and IWDS. And then you're doing your case notes and everything in there. But then and that's in WorkNet. In IWDS, if you're working with CareerLinks, they're going to do the eligibility certification. They're going to make them become registrants. And then after they're registrants, then you guys will be entering services in IWDS and then syncing them with WorkNet.
Okay. Now the services portion, CareerLink entered in last year.
Yeah, so remember we changed it this year. That's why you have access. Remember how you're going in and switching the pre-apprenticeship service and everything?
Right.
We gave you kind of like a super. Huh?
Okay. So this year you want us to go ahead and enter all the services and them just do the eligibility.
Exactly. So I would look at it as CareerLink is only doing eligibility for you guys, and you guys now have the access to add services. Because what we found out, and the reason why we did that is because there was this huge lag last year with multiple grantees. So you guys would request the service, and then it would take weeks, if not months, before another partner would. So to stop that and stop the confusion, we really want you guys to have the access to the system so that if you're having a same-day service or anything, you're able to enter that in immediately, and then you're not blamed for your partner not holding up their end or, doing things in a timely manner.
So we're going to do everything in IWDS. And make it eligible. Then we're going to click the eligibility button on CareerLink and on Illinois WorkNet, and then it's going to shoot over to IWDS once we've done everything in Illinois WorkNet, correct?
Some of them.
Yeah.
Not everything.
Yeah, so which one are you talking about?
Okay, when we're in Illinois WorkNet, okay, we do the initiating application, and then there's a series of tabs at the top, and it has
like suitability and all that.
Right. And we're going to answer all of those, and then we're going to create a plan for them, and then we in turn are going to, on the last step, you do submit for eligibility because we've answered all these questions. Once we hit the submittal, they're supposed to it's supposed to sync with CareerLink as I understand it. Correct?
Well, not CareerLink.
The things with IWDS.
With Illinois WorkNet, sorry.
Yeah.
With IWDS, it should sync with that we requested for them to be eligible. Because they've met all this criteria based upon these series of tabs where we've entered all their information.
Yeah, so do you guys have a process in place for notifying them? Because what we had set up in the system is like whenever you submit the information to IWDS, it just automatically goes to IWDS. But that's one reason why I'm going to put up here on my screen, that's not here, where you can submit, you do the intake review, you submit the information to, you submit the information to IWDS, and then you say that they need to have an appointment with a career planner or it's not necessary. So this is that second part of that communication that says, that's kind of established. You guys need to establish that as far as, are they going to go ahead and have appointment times so that the person can have all their eligibility documentation? Are they gonna come to you guys? How are you gonna get the eligibility documentation to them?
I've already done that. I've given them the physical original documentation with the social ID, free and reduced lunch form, or for one student that we had has an IEP, we did 6 months worth of paycheck stubs and the social ID. We sent that paper application to them.
And then the individual needs to sign it, right, Tara?
Yeah, the individual needs to sign an ISS plan, which I believe Sarah's going to be picking up sometime this week from Brianka, and she's going to have the individual sign it, and then that's going to be also given back physically to CareerLink.
Okay. So it sounds like they should know that those individuals are in IWDS. We already have
yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, because what I did is I, unlike last year, CareerLink, did the tape. We would drop off the information as far as the application and, the ID and the social. Well, this year I did all of that. I went ahead and registered for them for selective services. It was already in their packet, as well as I did a lot of steps for them in order to expedite the eligibility process. So any backlog kind of is on their end because they had all that. If I got all that information to them within a week and turned it in November.
So what you're saying is they're not registering them.
Right. At first she said she couldn't find them. And then she was like, well, I don't have access to them on Illinois WorkNet, and I need that. So I was like, okay, I'll ask Natasha to get you access to Illinois WorkNet under this pathway.
But they're in OE at 90. They should know that. I mean, right. At some point in time, they should have known that.
Yeah, they can. At first she said she couldn't find them, and then she tried to enter their social. She couldn't do it, but she was able to find them by last name and DOB. So I was like, as long as you can find them, I don't care.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure we weren't having a problem or they didn't know, where to find them.
No, she was able to find them doing the DOB instead of the social.
So now are they registering?
That's the thing. I'm going to have to go on to Illinois WorkNet and do all the initiating steps because like last year, CareerLink did it and I thought that that's what they were doing this year, but it's not. It's us doing it. So I'm going to go and work with Sarah and we're going to go and do it for the 17 individuals that we have and then decide which of these 17 individuals are we going to, actually decide to put with the grant.
And just as a reminder for that process, we go through and this is we have new individuals, that are on this call as well. Then what you'll do is, so once they're in Illinois WorkNet, they're in Illinois WorkNet, they're certified, then you go into their career plan because, so for people that are new, once they're in Illinois WorkNet, that first step when we submitted it to Illinois WorkNet, they're an inquirant technically in IWDS. Once their certification is, once their application in IWDS is certified, they become an applicant. Once they have a service, they're called a registrant, okay? So at this point in time, let's say that the people have gone in, they have certified their application, so now they're an applicant. So the very next step is to go to their career plan and complete the career plan. So you're going to enter their assessment summaries, you're going to set goals, you're going to build a plan, which is adding the different types of steps. Let's see if this person has steps. Okay.
You're still talking to me. I lost reception because I'm not in the office. Carter, so I didn't hear whatever information.
So before you start entering services into IWDS, you need to complete the career plan, and it has that whole process. And then there's a button here that says Export IWDS Crosswalk. So once you enter in all that information into Illinois WorkNet, hit that Export IWDS Crosswalk, and it's going to tell you the service or the service type, the service, the planned start or the start date. And so in IWDS, you only enter in the actuals,
Right.
And so one of the very first service that you're going to put in there, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Tara or Tammy, but it's going to be their ISS, their individualized service strategy. And by you just going through this process and completing the career plan, you've done that individualized service strategy. So you can put that service in first, and then they'll become a registrant, and then you'll already have the plan out. And so as they start these different services, what you can do is enter them into IWDS, and it's going to sync, and it will automatically update your career plan. So we're not telling you have to do it in 2 places. If you use the export and enter it in, for new services, you're going to have to enter the new service into IWDS each time, but anytime you do that, it's going to sync up with this career plan, and it'll update the start, end date, status, all that kind of good stuff.
So I need to go on to the Explore, whatever. I didn't get the last part.
Yeah, so on the overview page on the career plan, there's a button that says Export IWDS Crosswalk. And when you do that, it's going to give you the list of services that you have in for that person, and the service type, the service, and the plan start, the start date that you would need to enter in order for it to sync.
To sync with the 2 systems.
Yeah. And then you can keep updating the actuals in IWDS, and it'll update the career plan automatically.
Okay.
And there's instructions. So over here, there's related instructions. So if you have any questions too, you can, on that page, on the actual career plan page, you can click on different instructions, and it'll take you to more information.
Okay. And I've been writing all this down too, Tanisha. So hopefully,
and then
between the 2 of us, we can get it.
Yeah, I was going to say, everybody that has new staff, please show your staff where the resource page is, because there's webinars. You can go to our YouTube page and watch every Wednesday webinar that we've had so far to kind of catch your staff members up too. Because, we're going to try to get this training started as quickly as possible, but I think everyone should definitely start with the videos that we've started, or that Natasha's showing you right now on the screen. Have your new staff members print out those materials, look at the webinars, and get started that way too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Anybody else have any other questions? Okay. Did anybody join the call late? Okay. Awesome. Okay, so if you guys are supposed to send us an email, please do that today. Also, everyone, please make sure you submitted the survey. If you went to the in-person meeting, please submit those today so we can have everyone's feedback and possibly schedule the next one soon. Let us know if you have any other questions regarding your grant. Email us anytime. If you have any IWDS questions, remember Jim Potts is our guru in that area. If there's something going wrong with Illinois WorkNet or you're not understanding, Natasha's our person. And then if you have anything regarding your grant, Tammy and myself, you can just put both of us on the email, and then we can give you some guidance on that as well. All right, anything else before we wrap up for today?
Yeah, just making sure if giving Sarah Chapman access to Illinois WorkNet and Brianna Higgins access to Illinois WorkNet under the Peoria Public Pathway.
Okay. Yeah, gotcha.
And then, Tanisha, don't forget to send us an email when you guys have updated the old grant about the pre-apprenticeship stuff.
Right.
We want to
Did
get
you
that
find
done.
out whether or not? Right. Did you find out whether or not they? We'll do that on another call. I'll talk to you about that on another call.
Well, yeah, give me a call right back because we got to get those done like ASAP.
Right. Right.
So yeah, I'm sitting right here at my desk. I got 10 minutes, so just give me a call right back and we'll get it going.
Alrighty.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.